Welcome to Fight Talks with Ismael. I'm Ismael. Um, Sorry for the delay of output. I made the whole Instagram thing last week, and I was supposed to come out with 2 videos the other day on Wednesday, and then today. Um, I've just been having camera problems, updating files. But this video will come out today, first episode. We're just gonna do a little run through of the UFC 280 card that is tomorrow, and the next video will be the Canelo versus Ryder, which is also tomorrow. So we're just gonna do a run through of it, and then I'll give you guys a video of what I want to do with the channel, on how I just want to continue this community. But all I do want to say is I appreciate you guys. Everyone who is supporting me, I appreciate you. And trust me, my opinions, my takes will be honest. There will be no bias. I will be fully honest the whole entire time. Alright, so let's get to it. The first fight the first 3 fights that we're gonna be talking about is the Yan Xiaonan fight versus Jessica Andrade. Honestly, alright, let's break them down. Jessica Andrade is a all-around good fighter. She's an all-around good fighter. She can grapple, she can strike, she can full on just decimate you everywhere. But I feel like ever since the Valentina Shevchenko fight, I feel like a lot of people just looked at her as like a washed gatekeeper. And she is a gatekeeper, but I just don't think she's washed. I don't think how people are like, oh, she's washed, she's just one of these other gatekeepers that just can get beat up by contenders coming up, which it's not like maybe in the other division, but not in the flyweight division. I believe, yeah, in the flyweight division, I don't think this is, so, and moving on to Yan Xiaonan, she is a very good striker. She can strike smoothly. Like the way she throws her kicks, like she doesn't even have to settle combinations to throw kicks. She literally could just flick a fucking she could just flick a kick to the face, question mark kick. She literally is just like in and out, in and out, in and out. Like it's very like just smooth. But she did get TKO'd by Carla Esparza. Carla isn't really known for having a lot of power in her hands. Jessica is known for that power, for that dynamite right hand. So it's like, I don't know, like when you break both of them down, and also if you want to think about it, Jessica can, if she wants, she can just out grapple her the whole fight. She can just take her down and decimate her, submit her, pin her against the cage, take her down, pin her against the cage, take her down, pin her, on a repeat if she wanted to just torture her all night. Or she can literally just start out striking her. If it comes to a technical striking fight, I believe Yan can exceed in this. I believe she can just in and out, in and out, in and out. But my overall prediction for this, I believe Jessica stops her in the second round by TKO. I believe she just ends up landing a big one, and down goes Yan. Now moving on to the Gilbert Burns versus Bilal Muhammad. Honestly, this is a fight that has really intrigued me, especially because Gilbert has literally just came off of a fight with Masvidal not so long ago, literally probably about to be a week ago. So not a week ago, about to be like a month ago. So it's it's crazy to me, but also Bilal is coming off of Ramadan, literally right off of Ramadan. So now he's able to being able to fuel his workouts now, and going like that. That's just insane to me. And he's been training in Ramadan too, so it's crazy. Excuse me. So it's just it's amazing to see these two fighters go toe to toe. But Gilbert's last fight with Masvidal, he outgrinded him. I mean, we all expected him. I don't think a lot of people expected him to outstrike Masvidal the way he did. But I mean, I honestly thought he was like I was rooting for Masvidal. If I'm gonna be honest, I wanted Masvidal to win. I just wanted maybe one more run from him. But overall, I knew Gilbert was just going to outclass him everywhere. I knew he was gonna outclass him striking. I knew he was gonna outclass him wrestling. I knew he was just gonna outclass him. Klaus, what the hell? Outclass him. So yeah. Uh now Bilal versus Sean Brady again. So those are two wrestlers going at each other, right? So when two wrestlers go at each other, the wrestling cancels out immediately. Like immediately cancels out. And now those are just two unorthodox strikers. Like who like out of those two wrestlers, who has a better striking experience? And Bilal came out and put put out a masterclass on Sean. He was able to outstrike him, and I don't even think Bilal shot one takedown in that fight. Actually, I think he just stood there and just it was just striking. And I mean, that's how like a lot of wrestlers versus wrestler fights go. Look at the Usman versus Kobe fight. The first fight, Usman said he knew he wasn't gonna shoot takedowns. He knew he didn't want to wrestle, and I don't even think he shot any takedowns in the second fight either. Yeah, it was very like, although Kobe did, but excuse me. Although Kobe did, but Usman didn't. Like Usman knew he just had to strike with him because the wrestling cancels out each other. Like if they both start shooting at each other, they're both gonna be able to stuff it. But this is a little different. Bilal versus Gilbert. Gilbert, yes, he is a ground fighter. He is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I feel like a lot of people do forget that thing about him, that he is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That he can submit you from his back. He can submit you off his like. He is a black belt. Like people do forget that. But he is not an offensive grappler. Like he's not going to shoot like when Masvidal, that was his game plan, to shoot, because that's Masvidal. He's not a good wrestler. So why sit there in the pocket and not use your wrestling against Masvidal? That would be stupid if you did it. So, but in this fight, I don't think Gilbert will use any wrestling like offensively. I feel like it won't end up getting to the ground because of Bilal. But I feel like just woke up. But like I feel like when it comes to the whole like Bilal versus Gilbert, and it comes to that strike, like if it turns out how the Sean and Bilal thing where they toe to toe, I think Gilbert has more experience in striking. I believe he'll be able to outwork Bilal on the feet. And honestly, if I know this might sound very harsh, like, and maybe it's not even a biased opinion. It's like I know a lot of people call Bilal boring. I mean, he is, but this is coming from just his honesty. I feel like anyone with good takedown defense and good striking beats Bilal. I don't know, like if Gilbert can literally just stuff these takedowns, or just like if he gets taken out and threaten him immediately and scare Bilal from the bottom, then it's just standing. Gilbert takes it, and my prediction is that Gilbert just outworks Bilal, maybe finishes him in the third round, but I believe he wins by unanimous decision. I believe Gilbert wins by unanimous decision. Jesus Christ. Now moving on to the Aljo versus Henry fight. This is an interesting one. So me and my friend were talking about it this morning, how we're kind of rooting for Aljo, but we know Henry's going to just outclass him. But let me break him down before I explain why I believe Henry will outclass him. Alright, so Aljo's journey started with the whole yawn thing, getting kneed in the head, and yes, maybe he did over exaggerate, but he still got hit with a knee to the head while grounded. You guys have to understand that yes, maybe he over exaggerated, but we don't know how that feels to get literally you're already exhausted, right? You're getting beat up for like 4 rounds. Like, you're getting beat up for probably like 4 rounds already, right? And then boom, you just got a big old knee to your head. Like, you know, that's just. But also he hasn't really had convincing title defenses. Like the Jan, everyone thinks, like, the second fight, everyone thinks Jan won the second fight. Everyone's against him. Everyone thinks Jan. In my opinion, there wasn't really a lot going on. So like, in all reality, I just gave it to, what's his name, Aljo. I just gave it to Aljo. I was just like, cause like Jan wasn't doing anything. Like, everyone wants to say like, oh, Jan was putting on pressure. He wasn't doing anything in that fight. Neither was Aljo, but he was out grappling him. So I guess that counts as something. And that's why, I mean, that's what the judges gave it to him. But the TJ Dillashaw fight, an opponent that Henry also fought, while juiced, but I like that one. That one's hard to say because like he literally lost his arm like in the second round or like the first round. He didn't even have an arm, and I think that's why people are also criticizing him. Like, oh, you couldn't beat TJ in 1 round. He only had one arm. You had to take you 2 rounds. You know, like stupid stuff. So like, I don't think like people have really acknowledged how good he is. Like, how good he really is, bro. He beat Corey in the first round. Like, people don't remember these things. Like, he literally just took down Corey and submitted him. Like, who is doing that to Corey Sandhagen? Nobody. Nobody. Like, I don't even think Rob will be able to do that to Corey, just taking him down to submit him. Like, no. No. So, now going on to Henry. Henry beat one of my favorite fighters of all time, Dominic Cruz, you know. But honestly, like, Henry's a amazing fighter. Amazing. I think he retired at his prime. I'm not saying that he can't come back and be in his prime now, but the ring rust, you know, the pressure. And I know a lot of people say, oh no, he had more pressure in fights. He really hasn't, though. Like, yes, the TJ Dillashaw fight was huge, super fight, understandable. But the Dominic Cruz one was also a super fight. Not a super fight, but it wasn't a pressuring fight. Same with the Marlon Morales fight, Mighty Mouse. But again, this is him coming off of a 3-year layoff. This is him coming off all the trash he said about other fighters, like saying that he'll come off and just destroy Volkanovski, that he'll just rule the 145 division, but he'll go back to 135 and rule the 135 division. Like, just saying those things for 3 years or as soon as you retired, it's not a good look, and it also puts a lot of pressure on your comeback because, like we had GSP. He didn't talk like that, obviously, but he came to show, and he defeated the champion, John Jones. Again, he came back and defeated Cyril Gane. Henry, I feel like this is different in a bit because I feel like Henry has a more competitive, competitive fight than those, skill wise, than what GSP and John Jones had. Don't give me hate, but I just feel like he's having a more challenging fight coming from his comeback. And his fight IQ is just so good. Like, in the Dominic Cruz fight, bro, he didn't even know if Dominic Cruz was gonna go up there. Go down there. But he was just setting shots the whole fight. He was just setting traps on that time. Like just in case if Dominic Cruz with his weird style goes over here, he throws the left hook. If he goes over here, he throws a leg kick. He throws the uppercut. He throws the knee. And that knee was just perfectly timed. Dom went down, boom, huge knee up the middle. Amazing. So it's like honestly, I believe this will be a competitive fight for the first 2 rounds because of ring rust, bro. Like, you're not automatically gonna get in there and being able to just, just go throw strikes and just be able to outclass the champion who is ruling the division right now. Even though you do have a better skill set, everything than him, but you have ring rust. Like, yes, that didn't apply to other fighters as John Jones decimated Gane, but this is a different fighter, you know. So just different skill set in general. I believe it will be a competitive fight for the first 2 rounds, and I think once it gets to the third round, Henry just starts to just outwork Aljo. He's able to outstrike Aljo, out wrestle Aljo. Like, I believe Henry does have, like, Henry will be able to outstrike Aljo. Like he will be able to outstrike him. But it's like when it comes to the wrestling, again, ring rest, and also Henry hasn't really used like before his retirement, he didn't really use a lot of wrestling. So it's like, my prediction, I believe Henry stops him in the 5th or 4th round. If not, then just a decision for Henry. I don't think Aljo's gonna be able to just ride him on pause, be able to ride him all night. Alright. Again, I appreciate everyone watching and supporting. Trust this quality will get better once I figure out the camera situation. But thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it.